Hi and welcome to my channel So Luscious. In this video I'm going to be talking to you about how I am coping with UK lockdown, how coronavirus is affecting my working life and my fears and my faith. Okay, so if you want to hear more, stay tuned. Hi and welcome to my channel So Luscious. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please thumbs up this video. My aim for this channel is to do some more commentary and also to share interesting stories that I come across with you guys. Okay, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and also subscribe to my other channel. Who knows, you may like what I've got going on over there too. Okay, so it is April and we have been in the UK has been on lockdown since the 24th of March. And when I say lockdown, our movement has been really restricted, and that is to help stop spread this new virus, this new to human virus, COVID-19. And so yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, it's got me with I feel anxiety when I hear it on the news, when the politicians and the chief medics are talking about it. I feel like I get palpitations, you know. And then when Kayla Williams, rest in peace Kayla, when the news of her passing and how desperate her situation was and that she wasn't deemed a priority, oh my gosh, my anxiety levels went through the roof. But thankfully I belong to an amazing church. I've let them know what my fears are, and they've really reassured me. And I know in this season I've got to keep myself prayed up. I've got to keep reading my Bible and just keep moving forward, because no matter what's going on in this world, whilst we are alive, we just have to continue living and doing the best that we can given our circumstances. Now, for those who you may not know, I work in healthcare. I never really looked at myself as a healthcare professional, as I'm not medical, but I do work in an extremely busy department, and we have there's many patients where I work who are very vulnerable. Their immune systems are really compromised, and it's really, this whole virus thing really had me and my co-workers were like, now, okay, we're analyzing everything. You know, like when you get to a point where you just want to analyze every sound that comes out of your body. So if we cough, was it dry? Was it wet? Did your throat hurt? If you're feeling stuffy, is it allergies or is it a cold? All sorts of things. And then to know when you're walking through the building and you know that there are patients fighting for their life, and you're so close to them and you know that they are fighting for their life because they can't breathe, it really does something to you. It really does. I don't know how I'm managing to get through this time, but the lockdown doesn't affect me greatly because I'm a key worker. I still go out to work. I cannot work from home. I've got people saying, oh, but your job should be done from home. No, my job cannot be done from home. And so unless I change jobs, which right now that's not going to happen. I don't believe that's going to happen unless I'm redeployed. And the way things are going with redeployment, I'm happy to stay where I am unless money go up. But yeah, it's weird because, you know, what I find really intriguing about this time of the year is that, well, this season is that with 100 years ago, there was another flu pandemic that wiped out, I think it was like a third of the world population. And so far they've been keeping this one slowly progressing, but the potential to do damage to the population, it does worry me. And then you see things that concern me that the higher ups talk about, such as Bill Gates and his fellows, about universal vaccines for every single person to be vaccinated. The thought of, if you don't have a vaccine, you can't work, you can't get a job, you can't live your life and go to school. That scares me, because, you know, that is getting into like the mark of the beast territory. And I just pray that God deals with those people accordingly, because everyone shouldn't need a vaccine. I know everyone probably won't agree with me, but you can't tell the world that if there's exposure to it, there's some level of immunity to it, and then on the flip side say that they need a vaccine. Stop confusing people, you know. And especially with new vaccines, when I believe it was swine, I think it was bird flu, because the vaccine for bird flu is Tamiflu. I didn't let my kids have that. The doctors wrote to me and says, oh, bring them in for the vaccine. I didn't do it, and they were fine. This one, however, they're on lockdown, they're in the house. They've not left since schools were closed, and one has been in the house really since a few days before nationwide school closed, because there were no teachers and everyone's off sick or with suspected cases or whatever reason. And I must say, I thank God that my kids are so chilled. They've been getting on with life just indoors. One, you couldn't tell that he's not been out, because he was already online speaking to his friends, which he does now. My other one, he's doing his thing, and he's telling me he's setting his goals and everything. And like today I was like, you know what, the sun's out, let's go for a walk. So we just walked up and down our street, because I didn't feel like doing a long walk. And you know, I get exercise because I go out most days anyway to go to work. So but yeah, I don't know. I really feel that after this pandemic has passed, that the way we do life would have permanently changed. I don't think we're going to go back to how things were. There's going to be a lot of distant behaviour where people aren't so much together. I know in England a lot of people are probably waiting so that they can have a good booze up, but I think a lot of people are going to be really that concerned that they might not want to interact with people again. But also, you know, I think the certain laws that people are pushing for, I think once those laws are brought in, they won't take them away. So I think people need to be wary of any law that encroaches on civil liberties and freedoms, and be more encouraging. I know there are people that are not doing what they're asked to or instructed to, and they don't seem to understand the severity of what they're doing. I just think that just boils down to education, and the message is not being given properly. You've told people they can go out for exercise, but you need to be more specific. Go for a walk, but if you're sitting down, if you're sunbathing, it's not allowed. And I know people like me, excuse the nails, people like me are not out there sunbathing right now because the weather's not hot enough for us to get a tan anyway. But yeah, so tell me, how have you been during this whole COVID-19 coronavirus situation, and how are you coping with the movements and stuff? So far we've been able to get the basics that we need. My workmates and ourselves, like we say what we're not able to get, and if any of us are out shopping, we try to get those items for our work colleagues and stuff. And I know my church is doing what they can to help the elderly and vulnerable to So yeah, and also I think it's been nice, the outpouring of love and support for the NHS. The NHS is often neglected or taken advantage of, so I think this is a good thing. But also a shout out to all the other key workers out there that are getting people their food, their drinks, and generally just helping keeping the basic needs of society going. So yeah, stay home, be as safe as you can be, and I pray that you stay well. Okay, speak soon. Bye.